to another. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today we're going to be reacting to another video. Let's see what we can find.
Is how someone like you deals with winning, because you've won again and again, and like I was saying earlier,
not more than Michael Jordan, but it's okay.
You won in basketball big as an athlete, but you're winning now even in the work you're doing here as a storyteller, as a producer, right? Yeah. It's amazing to see so many incredible awards coming through. How have you dealt with winning? Like when you win, what goes through your mind to help you to continue with?
Well, it's still different. Like in basketball, it was different because I expected to win. Like I expected us to win championships. I expected us to win 5. Quite honestly, I expected us
you
to
want
win
your
8.
ambitions to be high.
And so when you have that vision in sports, it's a direct competition. Like I know how hard they're working. I know how hard we're working. I know what their strategy is. I know what ours is. So it's a little different. So when we went in the NBA, it was like, yeah, we expected to do that, but now we're going to come back and we're going to do it again. And so it's that constant, like, all right, you're churning. You win one championship, I'm back in the gym the next day, working, getting ready for the next one. Now, it's different because it's not about the awards. You just wind up trying to create something that's going to inspire someone that hopefully, through that inspiration, they can inspire somebody else.
So it seems like what he's doing here is just a hobby, right? He has a passion and he's living by that passion. And I encourage the young ones, when you choose your career path, and when you choose your major career path, I personally, this is just a personal opinion, you can agree with me, you could disagree with me, I'm not saying this is Quran and Sunnah, but I personally encourage you to choose a career that's going to be financially sufficient for you, right? What happens a lot is people choose a major that does not have a good career path, and they get stuck in a job, and being stuck in such a situation really demoralizes the person. And so although they thought they were doing or they're going to do what they love, it doesn't turn out that way. And so if you can choose that career path that gets you good money, I'm not talking about you become a millionaire necessarily. If that's your ambition, go for it, right? But enough to allow you to live a decent life, where you don't have financial pressures on your shoulder, where there is room for promotion, room for high salary gains, right? When you have that, it frees up time. It frees up other time for you to pursue your passion.
As my career went on, that's more significant than any championship. Is how do you connect with somebody that can then connect with another, and then with whether the awards come or not, that's for the Academy Award body to decide. Yeah. But like for us, it's just to try to create things.
Yeah. Well, I guess now that's what shifted. That now the intention isn't even expecting to win; it's expecting to change lives.
Right.
Right. Like your content is really about making a difference and an impact on young people's lives.
Sure.
Which I think is like the biggest way of winning.
And no, dear young ones, one of the greatest blessings in life is having a mentor. Take that from my personal experience. Someone who can tell you, who has experience, who has already made the mistakes, and tells you this is the right thing to do, so that you don't have to repeat those mistakes and you don't have to go through that. It's a huge blessing. Take advantage of it if you have it. I give
we're looking at 62% of young children are dropping out of sports. 62%. And they cite the fact that it's not fun anymore. Well, what does that tell them? I mean, that's telling us as grown-ups are getting in the way. Get out the way. Let these kids be imaginative, which, like in our stories, it's important that, there's a fantasy nature to it.
See,
right? But it's rooted
kids
in reality.
Need to have the room, not kids, young ones need to have the room to be creative, to kind of explore their situation. Every generation is different and the challenges are different. But at the same time, I'm not saying Kobe is saying this or is implying this, but the role of the older generation is that we share our experiences with you. Why go through the same mistakes that we did when we can just show you, hey, this is actually not the best way of doing it. We're here to help. And so I think there needs to be a healthy relationship where the older generation allows the younger generation the room to be creative, to try and invent new things, to try and create more efficient ways than the previous generation, the way they were doing things, but at the same time to not view the previous generation as an enemy, as a blockade between you and your goals, but rather a resource, a resource that can help you reach your goals quicker and more efficiently.